Hey, we're officially live. Everybody can hear us and see us now. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Good.
Feeling seen.
Nice, awesome. And hey, everybody in chat, thanks for showing up nice and early. As always, if the sound or the video freezes or anything weird, you can't hear anybody, just let us know in chat and we'll get that fixed right away. Yeah, this is our weekly Syrinscape Cyberpunk Red official gameplay. We do this every Thursday right here at the same time. But before we get into the second session of this new campaign, which is called Nip It in the Bud, all puns and metaphors and innuendos and everything included.
That's a pun.
Yeah, and let's go around. It's all those things included, but you'll find that out over time probably. But let's go around the table and let everybody introduce themselves and remind everybody, where they can find you and the character that you're playing during all of this. So, Ellen, you want to start it off?
Sure. I am 1/4 of Baby Beard Media with the lovely Phil, who sits below me. And we make a TTRPG podcast called Roll to Cast, ROLE to Cast, which features a different TTRPG game every season. And this season we are doing Kids on Bikes, a mystery down under. If you like Stephen King, if you like Stranger Things, if you like rural Western Australia, then make sure that you hop on. Who doesn't love Western Australia? Then make sure you can find it where all good podcasts live. So type in Roll to Cast and subscribe, give us a review, and check that out. And you can find me also on Twitter at EllenKGraham1, where I do hot nerd stuff. And I am playing Alley Katz, the rocker of your dreams.
Oh, yeah, Rockette.
Hello, I am Rockette Fox. You can find me anywhere Rockette Foxes can be found, including sometimes creeping around your house at night.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. It can't be helped. But aside from that, more often than not, I'm going to be over on sometimes Twitter, mostly Instagram, but also mostly on my own channel over on Twitch, where lately I've been doing a lot of Minecraft, not going to lie about that. But really excited that in September, going to be starting on season 2 of Courts of the Shadow Fae over on Kobold Press. Super excited. And if you are into fantastic and strange things, have I got the podcast for you. It's Fantastically Strange. It's mine. And there is a brand new episode finally coming out this coming Monday. So get your ear holes on over to it. And tonight, as with every Thursday night, playing your very favorite, your only favorite, Netrunner Hades, who would never do anything to hurt you ever. Never, ever, unless I'm not your favorite, in which case I can't really be helped, can it?
Phil.
Hello, I'm Phil. I probably should put this back on because it's very early in the morning here. I'm Phil, also part of Baby Beard Media with Ellen up there.
Nailed it.
And yeah, we're Aussies. We make RPG content. We tell stories. We have fun. The other place we tell stories is on our YouTube channel. I'm just kicked off a play of Pillars of Eternity on there, having a good time with a classic CRPG. So yeah, if you want to check out our stuff, look up our podcasts or look up our YouTube. And today, I'm playing Bud solo.
Oh, yeah. Brandon.
Okay.
I am Brandon Perkins, also known as DM_Brando. I stream with Harker-Smith every Monday. I stream on Cyberpunk Uncensored every Tuesday as we do Fallout 2D20 there. You can find me here on Thursdays, and on Fridays, you can find me on Madqueen's channel, also doing Fallout with Rod, jamming that one. And I'm playing Rush, your fixer.
Perfect. And I'm Rob Mulligan. I'm the game master of this actual play of Cyberpunk Red for Syrinscape. We do this every week. I'm also the founder of Cyberpunk Uncensored. So check out Cyberpunk Uncensored on both Twitch and YouTube. Give me a follow. Give me a subscribe. I would really appreciate that. Also, check out cyberpunkuncensored.com. Lots of cool free tools and assets and things to help your gameplay. We've got lots of games going on all week from not just myself, but other GMs. Brandon's running a Fallout game every Tuesday with us. We've got Capricious Nature every Saturday. I've got a couple different monthlies going on. A new monthly I'm getting ready to start up with Cyberpunk Red. We're going to be starting up Dune next month. We're just kind of juggling schedules because we want to make sure Phil can play and Rockette and a couple other friends. But Bud or Phil coming from the future all the way in Australia, we're just working out schedules. So a few delays on that one, but we'll be playing that too. Tomorrow, tune in to the Madqueen channel on YouTube and watch the weekly Fallout game that I run there, where Brandon plays and I am the overseer. All right, so this, and of course, as always, show some love to Syrinscape. They're the reason we're here. Make sure you follow and subscribe. I see Renegade already got the party started with a nice 7-month subscription here on Twitch. Really appreciate that. So yeah, everybody, make sure you sub and follow here on Twitch and on YouTube. We would really appreciate that. And check out the site, it really helps your gameplay. You can add sounds at the table in person or virtually online like we're doing right here. All right, little bit of a recap. You got called in. Rush had his first night market. Bunch of things happened there. I recommend everybody go back and watch those Time to Hustle episodes and then the first session of this Nip It in the Bud campaign. But you had your night market, then you went into Nash's office where he said, there's a Drift Nation, the high water citadel that basically somebody took some of the fuel rods. It has 2 nuclear reactor cores that it runs on. It's one of the last ones that was made back in the day, kind of over the course of decades here. It's been converted into a Drift Nation, but some of the fuel rods have been stolen. It's running on half power. The lady who runs the Citadel pretty much shut it down. She shut down all incoming, outgoing traffic of convoys, and she runs all that stuff on the international water side of the California current there. So it's important. All convoys ocean side have pretty much ceased for Night City and all incoming on the West Coast there. So the city council basically told District PD, send your team out there, get it handled, go find the fuel rods, get her back her fuel rods as fast as possible so she can get back on course and we can get convoys moving and trade can continue, So that's the deal. You're supposed to go out there, and AV is going to be picking you up this afternoon. You met in the office in the morning, and the AV is going to fly you out and drop you off. Your point of contact is the woman who runs the Citadel. Her name is Umbra. And when Nash mentioned that, Bud did get a little cringy about it, made a little hint of maybe his past. Nash was a little bit in the dark there. They've never really had a moment together. He's never really opened up to Nash, so I don't know what this is about, but just get the job done. You'll get paid. So that's the deal there. Y'all have just left Nash's office, getting ready to, I guess, sort your life and the things you have to get kind of in line before you leave this afternoon, but you just stepped out of the office. I'll allow y'all to speak with each other while I get some city sounds going.
Bud.
Yeah.
You seem to twig out a little bit there.
Yeah,
Come
Bud.
on,
What's going on?
You're not going to tell us the story?
Tell your
Oh,
favorite people, your best friends. Tell us.
We just walked out of the PD and you're giving me the 3rd degree already. Okay.
Well, first of all, I'm always in it for a good story. And second of all, if we're going into this place, we need to be armed with as much information as possible. So, really, if we want to get this done and get it done well, then, sorry, you have to spill your guts.
Yeah,
That's right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'd have to tell you guys the story one day anyway. Look, HWC's where I grew up, okay? And things on a Drift Nation, they're always a bit hard, okay? There's you scavenge, you have a skill, you do what you can, but you have to muck in together to get by. But it wasn't enough for some people, especially this Umbra kid. She was a kid. She decided that a lot more could be made by taking control of the seas west of the country and being a lot more ruthless with how HWC runs. Thing is, she's a bit of a charismatic piece of work, and she was offering a lot of the young people around there something a little more ambitious than just getting along to get by. She's also got a silver tongue, so that helped her out a lot too.
Like, literally?
Well,
Does
maybe
she
these
bullet?
days.
Lasers?
God, maybe. Who knows? Then, like I said, she's a real piece of work.
Imagine what else it might do. Ah!
Anyway, she's a little
Please
pocket
imagine
warlord. Started gathering all the young people to her cause, driving out anyone who disagreed with the way she wanted to run things. By the time
Right.
we mounted an effective resistance to her and her little militia, she'd already taken the main ship over. And as her final victory tour after the short and bloody conflict, well, we had part of the Drift Nation was given over to the sick and, the mentally disturbed and the recovering. And she just set the whole thing on fire, purged the weak. And defending that's where we took our last stand. It's where I got cut off. It's where I lost my leg. And haven't hoped to hear the name Umbra since.
I'm
Too
guessing
bad.
since you washed up on shore, that last stand didn't exactly go as you
Oh,
planned.
and if she runs the Citadel, yeah, you can guess about how well it went.
Yeah. Right, so we're going into a place where this woman calls all the shots, has an immense amount of firepower, has her whole people kind of, at her beck and call.
And a bullet
Yeah.
mouth.
And
Possibly
yeah,
a bullet mouth, possibly.
You sure you're ready for this?
Hell no, but we're going anyway.
That's a bummer
Yeah.
story.
it is a bummer story. Yeah,
Yeah, there ain't many happy ones,
that's true. Yeah.
unless you make
Alright.
them up.
Well, what could go wrong, right?
I'm
Don't
sure
answer
she'd be-
that. Yeah, it's rhetorical.
Yeah. I'm sure she'd be glad to have me back to kowtow to her finally.
Do you know if she has any, pressure points that we can lean on?
Everybody has pressure points.
That's true.
She just loves to be the center of attention.
Okay.
She's very convinced of her own self-importance. Let's see that.
Right.
And she managed to
And-
prove herself right in the context of HWC in any case.
Yeah. My whole thing is, what's gonna happen when she sees you? That's gonna
And
put a
just-
spin on things.
And just to interject for a moment, in the sake of Bud's backstory with her, maybe back then she wouldn't necessarily recognize Bud amongst all the people she was fighting with, but Bud would know her leading up that side of that conflict or whatever, possibly. So there's a chance that she might not remember Bud.
I wasn't exactly like a rebel leader back then or anything. Just
Right.
someone fighting her.
You could try Rush's Canadian accent.
Yeah, actually, I think that's gonna have to be the.
I think that's gonna help.
You're
Yeah,
gonna have
I
to
think.
do like
Good
Rush
cover.
did.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
good cover.
Mm.
You
Nobody
should do
asked
the exact
questions
same
for
accent.
Canadians.
Oh, and you know
Maple
what?
Maple
Here,
syrup, eh? How's that?
That's pretty good. Here, hang on.
Hades it has a little bag on her all the time, and she's gonna take out. She has these little like squeezy packets, you know, like the little ketchup packets, the to-go ones. She's gonna open them, and she's gonna squeeze a little something right. Oh, she's gonna lean over, squeeze something right on Rush's, or not Rush, on Bud's neck right here, right here. It's syrup. She has little to-go things of syrup.
All
She just
right.
puts a little bit on them.
Yeah.
I feel Canadian.
Yeah. Now
thought
you
you
smell
were-
Canadian too.
I think you take like tomato sauce and do the maple leaf on his white t-shirt.
That would have been good. That would have been good.
It's time yet.
Next time.
No. Next time Bud kills somebody, just use actual blood.
Oh, that
That's
works
true.
too. Yeah, you probably don't have to wait that long. Apart from my sob story, stolen nuclear material is a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't want to discuss that. Someone
Aw.
making a bomb, holding the place to ransom, or just
Well-
selling it.
And does anybody have any type of science role? I'll take. I can also take. I'll take library search, I guess.
I may actually. Hang on.
But if you have something along the lines of like, let me see, science or.
Let's see. No. No.
Education.
Yeah. 'cause-
Do they teach you about nuclear material in school?
Yeah.
Why not? Why
a little
not?
bit of,
You
yeah, I
never
would
did
say
chemistry?
library.
I have education.
Yeah, go with
She is educated.
Yeah, you can go with
in a-
library search or education. Anybody can give me that at least while you're researching this or talking about it.
Yeah, nah.
'Cause
Turns
Hades-
out I slacked off in any kind of
Yeah, I'm thinking.
chemistry class. I was probably flirting with someone and like doing the whole
For peeps who are audio only,
yeah.
Ellen rolled a 10, rolled a 8.
That's right.
Nice.
Rolled a 1 and then got a minus 10. So.
Hades gets a
True.
19. She did have a corpo level child education.
Yeah, Hades nailed
Yeah.
it.
With a 17, I don't know. I guess I've heard about things in the grapevine before. I guess.
Well, you know how Canadians are with
Oh yeah, buying and selling nuclear
Nuclear
weapons.
grade.
It's a
With
very
with this
Whoa!
detail, you'd have to beat a 17 to know about this stuff. But
Bud!
Phil knows
Right.
about it, or Bud knows about it. Maybe coming from Drift Nations, Hades knows about it.
I just looked it up on my agent.
Oh, yeah.
Look, this is that was my library search, right?
Oh, okay, that was library
looked it
search.
up.
That wasn't even education. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I
even
just,
easier.
just looked it up, guys.
Exactly.
You guys are
Brain
racking
right
your
there.
brains. I'm just like, it's on. You can just
on
look
your
it up, guys.
going on to a Night City Craigslist here.
Gosh, haven't you heard of the ancient lost art of conversation, bud? Jesus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I speak to my agent all the time.
Oh God, you need to get out.
Yeah, but you find
Get
out
out
that
more.
these fuel rods are basically, they're enclosed rods that are put in these fuel assemblies. So there's a bunch of them put in these sort of assemblies. If half of them were taken, chances are you're thinking of like a handful of crates with a bunch of these in them. It's not just something small you're going to grab with your hand. It's going to be a few crates. They're also not necessarily toxic or kicking out radiation or anything crazy like that. They're actually kind of just dormant and stable and absolutely fine to handle when sealed in these rods. Now, that's not to say if a stray bullet, a blade hits them, it gets hit with a vehicle, anything like that. Like, obviously they can be damaged at any time, and if they do break open, there's a chance that something bad could happen. But that's what you find out about it, looking it up.
Right.
Ew.
So you guys talk about how you expect them, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I just like this, like in a case like
My
this.
face!
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what I was expecting. Yeah.
Ugh.
This
Yeah.
is probably radiation levels. The cases will be shielded. My question is, how the hell do you get into a aircraft carrier's reactor, extract half the fuel rods, stash them in cases, and hide them somewhere without anyone knowing how you got in?
Sounds like an inside job to me. That's
Yeah,
how
it's
you
not
do
exact. It's not exactly just like stealing the keys off the counter, is it?
It is when you have
No,
somebody
but-
on the inside. Pox!
Is he around?
Yes.
Hello?
I sent him to do some of my laundry earlier, but
Yeah, we'll say maybe
Wow.
maybe as soon as you had the meeting with Nash, you sent Pox to run some last-minute errands for everyone
Yeah,
to help get things situated.
he's doing my delicates. Anyone got a load? Colors only.
Well, my
I
guess
only,
is
I only
somebody
wear
on the
white. so-
inside.
All right.
Yeah.
Rush, you got
Well-
a load of laundry you can give Pox?
Hold on. No, still fresh.
Hayes gonna squeeze a little maple syrup right up on him.
Here you go.
The fact that you had to check gives me pause about that whole "you're still good" thing. But I'll just on my agent, I guess I'll be like, no, just delicate cycle on those Pox. Thank you. Bye. Kisses. All right.
And what's let's just go around the table. What's everybody planning? Obviously, Allie has Pox, catching up on laundry and things. Is there anything else that anybody else would need to kind of square away before heading off to this Drift Nation for a possible day or two or few?
I guess just paying rent. Just make sure I don't lose my place.
Yeah, everyone squared that away with the money you made from your successful night market. That went very well.
That's true.
Yeah.
Close up my shipping container. Make sure my neighbors know that I'm going. Just shoot anybody they find.
Yeah.
Being shifty around there. It's just what good neighbors do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'd shoot intruders for them.
It's
Community spirit.
Yeah, I guess
you
is Pox not coming along?
Yeah, Pox can
Is
go.
he like our
yeah.
our secretary now?
Well, if he wasn't coming along, I'd say I'm gonna have him water my plants and feed my animals.
It's
but I
up
guess
to all of you, ultimately. Pox is at Allie's and everybody's mercy. Like he's there in Night City for all of you. He's down for whatever.
Do we want him to come
down for
along?
whatever.
I think he came here to, get away from certain threats of death. And I only really just do it for fun. The last time that we had some people join us on our journey, they didn't end well.
It did not end well. No.
And
He's a tag along. He's not part of the crew.
He could
Looks
die.
like to
Sure.
get paid next.
He could actually die an actual death.
I mean, he could die while we're gone as well. It's Night City. But...
Yeah, but that wouldn't be
That's
our
true.
fault.
Exactly. We wouldn't be directly responsible. So
I wouldn't feel
I just
bad
don't know
about
that
it.
he has the. I don't know that he has the chops to get in and out of these kind of situations with grace or style. Or who took him to the shooting range?
that was me.
It wasn't a great shot, was he?
It's average.
So
It's not exactly edge runner material yet. Anyway.
Yeah. I think he
I
needs
have
to put a
speed
few more miles
bubbles.
under his.
I don't want to pay somebody for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just have him check on our places while we're gone and just enjoy Night City. Don't start dragging him
Plus, it's-
around.
Yes.
It's so hard to schedule my old vids to drop. I gotta pre-plan that. So it's much easier if he just presses the button for me,
Yeah. God, you're gonna let him in your apartment while you're gone? That's brave.
Well, I mean, all the stuff he'd see there only worked to really traumatize him, so...
You're not the chains?
Sorry? No, the chains are out. I mean, the Painmeister 3000 is there.
Well, baby bird's gotta learn to fly someday.
Yeah, I mean, as long as he sterilizes everything, I really don't care what he does in my apartment.
Just tell him how to clean that stuff up. You don't want to come back to the scene.
Yeah,
okay.
no, he knows. Ali is not a merciful queen. He's like Galadriel.
Yes.
And you would have a queen. That's beautiful.
We'll make you clean everything.
Yeah, Pox is down. He's down to stay back. Yeah. He's just happy to help and be part of the team, whether it's behind the scenes or in the mission or whatever. So he'll hold down the fort, help release your videos or whatever, and the scheduling. You know, he'll do any little tasks for anybody just to hold it down, feeding pets, all that good stuff. But yeah, he handles that. Everybody gets their life squared away and situated and ready to depart. And you meet back at Nash's office. It's now the afternoon. There's an AV already outside, out front, pretty much out there. There's a driver hanging out. Nash is out there as well. He says, hey, y'all got here early. That's great. Everybody ready to go?
Good to go.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, great. Any last minute questions? Everybody's aware what you're going to be doing, right? Find these fuel rods, get them to Umbra. Job
Sandwich!
done. Get back, get me a sandwich.
No, here, right here.
Oh,
Right here.
awesome. All right, yeah, I'll have this for lunch. Thank you very much.
What kind of sandwich is it?
It is a peanut butter, jelly, and banana, and it's cut out in the shape of a little bunny.
Wow.
And it has a little heart on the top in chocolate.
Such a kiss ass, Hades.
Appreciate it.
That's part of the mission. Lunch.
Do we have any idea? There's gotta be some big corpse involved around here, right? Fuel rods going missing. Do you have any leads on names or?
I have no idea. Talk to Umbra. When she hit us up, she was perfectly clear about her locking down the Citadel. She's confident the rods are still there somewhere in the city. Your guess is as good as mine.
Okay.
He triggers his agent, by the way, and everybody pings with the 500 eddies, the half payment up front, as always.
God bless.
And she's our only contact when we touch down?
Yeah, she's running the place. She's, she's the queen of the Citadel, so...
Okay. I'm sure there'll be a welcome party for us when we land, then.
Yeah, she's expecting all of you. I know they were missing just the night before last, so I'm sure she's eager to get him back and get things back moving, as is the council. As I told you, we need to get trade back to normal, so don't frack around. Get right to it.
She seemed like an angry person, Nash. Somebody who easily flies off the handle. I'm just curious.
No, she seemed pretty level-headed and confident, from what I heard, but I haven't met her in person. I don't know.
Interesting.
Sometimes they're the worst kind of people.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
yeah, she didn't intimidate people underneath her. She coaxed them. Just made it even harder to fight back.
Well, just depending on how far you push someone.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Okay, I got a duffel bag full of guns, and we got a job to do.
Yeah.
All right.
Nash, see you later.
Sounds good. He looks at Rush. I think it goes without saying, keep me posted along the way. I really hate when I got to call you for updates, so just hit me up, keep me posted.
Yeah.
All right, bye. He turns around and walks away as Rush is saying.
Every time. No wonder he wonders why I don't pick up the phone, just because he never says goodbye. You know, as far as I'm concerned, the last conversation's still going.
Yeah, well, I think he has his own way of showing affection, which is not
Which is anger. He shows
Not
affection with anger.
I don't know. He said thank you for the sandwich.
That's true. No, I didn't mean to me. I meant to Rush.
All right.
I guess we know who the least favorite is.
No, you're the most favorite, obviously. He always calls
I've
you.
never brought him a sandwich.
Well, all it takes is here's some bread for you, and
Oh, that's fun.
Oh,
Who do you
he's
think
the
the
cutoff
favorite
spoon.
is?
yeah, no. The secret is a cookie cutter.
That's genius.
I'm assuming this is as we're like piling on.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
driver of the AV leans out. If we're gonna stay on schedule, we really should get going. If you guys want to get in, let's go.
Yeah, we banter as we do this bad because
Yeah,
we saddle up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I still think Rush is the favorite. Can't convince me otherwise. It's only the favorite that gets, the most lip.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's clear that he worries about us.
Yeah. He cares what happens to us, that's for sure. He wouldn't be calling to check in otherwise, right?
I think
That's
he
right.
especially cares what happens to Rush. I think he has a crush on Rush. A Rush crush.
I'm spoken for. I should let him know. Or maybe I shouldn't.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
Always.
if he keeps giving us jobs, maybe don't let him know. Maybe just like, like an angler fish. Just dangle it out there.
Yeah, it's true. People like that sort of thing, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's. Oh, speaking of that, Bud, did you ever talk to the cafe lady? My favorite person in the world. Allie,
Yeah,
what's her
Donna.
name? Donna.
Has she dropped me a line? I gave her my number, not the other way around. So
Whoa!
No, she hasn't hit you up yet.
I haven't heard from her yet. She's obviously busy waiting tables.
I'm gonna have to hit her up here at some point.
Better do it before we leave reception range.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll have to get something good going for you when we get back from all this.
This
It
seems
seems like it might be a little
lot of
stressful for
effort
you.
to go for a free breakfast, really.
I love breakfast. Allie, you know how I feel about breakfast.
I know, but you don't have to marry Bud off like he's chattel.
Love.
Sure, I guess it's maybe it might be true love. Who knows?
Don't spoil our fun.
I didn't know you had fun, Bud. Keep saying Rush.
No, her fun.
Oh, right.
Oh, don't lie, you're having fun, bud. I can see it behind that thing on your face.
I can see it behind that face on your face.
Yeah. There's a little twinkle in that angry eye.
So do we have a strategy, or are we just kind of coming in, dicks in the
Hey.
wind?
Look, I mean, I tried to plan last time and everything went to shit. So, maybe we just go in there and wing it because it seems to be what we do best, right?
We
Well,
just don't know
what
enough
we
yet.
do,
That's
what
true.
we do, and stay alive, and that's better than most.
Well, I mean, hopefully this individual will not be shooting at us as soon as we get in there, bud.
Yeah, well, it's a long time ago now.
Yeah, and you've been traveling for hours, we'll say, going across the ocean, heading out into international waters. And if you'll refer to roll 20, I'll show you what you're riding up on the HWC. Let me get the players there. And this is some artwork put together by my buddy Crosswire. I'm going to be promoting him online. He's in our Discord. He's in the Cyberpunk Uncensored community. He did want me to mention that he put this together last minute, so perspectives are off on some of these things. I still love it, but obviously he's being extra critical of his own art because he did put this together like within an hour or something so we could use it. But yeah, there you have it. You're pretty much flying up in the AV, and you're seeing, like I described the HWC before, a huge aircraft carrier. And as you're coming up, you basically see this huge aircraft carrier with this sort of city built up on it, shipping containers and tents and buildings and things. Neon lights and just picture a little mini Night City on top of this aircraft carrier. The main hull of the aircraft carrier leading up, the main building and headquarters, you can see with security lights going all the way around and emergency lights all around the edging. You can see that this aircraft carrier is also towing 4 other ships, different types of cargo ships. One looks like it might even be an old yacht, but they're being towed by power cables and some type of makeshift attachment plank that they use to get back and forth. You can see that these 4 separate cargoes being toted as part of this Drift Nation are running on minimum power. You can see that the 3 of them have emergency lights, but the flatbed cargo ship container, you can see barrels of fire and things like that providing light, no actual power. As you're pulling up, everybody give me a perception roll.
Home sweet home.
Yeah, it looks like a nice place to,
And it's much bigger than Bud
Edit.
remembers. Back in the day, it wasn't necessarily toting other parts. It's expanded since back in the day.
16 for Hades.
No.
Yeah, I've always wanted to revisit the traumatic war of my childhood.
That's just growing up, bud. Everyone
Yeah,
does
I guess
it.
so.
I'm
Dear,
busy,
Ellen.
I'm so busy being witty that
Yeah.
Allie's got her minds on trying to tease Bud as much as
Well,
possible throughout this whole encounter. So.
Also, cats hate
Got a
water,
whole-
so
Cats
Yeah.
hate
they hate water. So maybe she's a little out of her element. She's a little on edge.
Also, I don't think she knows how to swim.
Oh. But yeah, out of all those perceptions, Bud got the highest. He's the most perceptive of this, maybe because, he used to live here, so he's just more on top of it. Hades got a good view of it, but Bud sees every aspect of it. Basically, as you're pulling up to the HWC, you're seeing the huge aircraft carrier with a big hologram coming up off the main sort of headquarter building rise of the flag, which is this sort of skull and crossbones with this cityscape coming up out of it with these wave lines underneath it. And then that kind of flickers, you see, like every maybe 10, 20 seconds, it flickers between that and an image of Umbra, her face, almost reminiscent of Russia's night market where Hades put his face up in a hologram. But it flashes back and forth between that and Bud. You recognize her right away. It's definitely Umbra from back in the day. A little bit older, but it's her, smiling, and then back to the flag, and then back to her, obviously stroking her ego, being the leader of this citadel that she is. You also see, like I said, towing 4 large ships. You can see on the edge of the aircraft carrier some jet skis kind of attached, a couple emergency boats. You see turrets all the way around the ship, every so many, 10 meters or so maybe on the edges of security. You can also see large harpoons on both ends, on bow and stern. You also see a huge crane, possibly used for shipping containers. All the shipping containers and buildings and tents and things on the main carrier. You also see a few drones hovering around the aircraft carrier, just kind of flying around, hovering. And as you get closer and are getting ready to land in the main clearing in front of the big building, you can also see a spider drone walking across sort of the landing pad area. So there's obviously spider drones out there as well. But Bud, you notice all these things as you're landing.
Security's pretty beefed up. Turrets, drones, walking drones. She's got this place pretty tightly locked down. Which is all the more surprising she's got a thief on the loose.
Maybe that, as much as people love to, think all their subjects are below them, I'm sure there's probably some like-minded individuals.
Yeah, that's the problem with putting yourself up at the top, right?
Yeah, it's easy to get knocked down.
Yeah.
Oh, especially if you do it in a way that people may not agree with.
Yeah. And it's usually the people at the bottom of the shit ladder who weirdly have access to all the most dangerous chemicals. Funny that. But
Yeah,
either
well,
way,
I think we keep an open mind for now. Just gather as much info as we can before we start doing anything, right?
yeah, sounds good to me.
Let's hope for some honesty, because I'm tired of this half information.
Oh,
I
right.
don't know if that's gonna happen.
I'm hoping.
Sweet summer child.
I just want. Let me tell you. I just want.
Even the AV pilot is like,
You guys remember what happened with that fish? Oh man,
Yeah. the
Yeah.
fish
everything
was
went
the-
wrong with the fish.
so, yeah. You think nuclear material is going to be easier to handle than a fish?
I'm
sure.
hoping. Yeah,
Fish are
I'm looking at this. If the
They give
fish was
nuclear
a hard
materials arms.
if we give the rods their own little legs, maybe.
that's it.
Well,
Yeah,
okay.
nobody has to carry
Okay.
them.
Yeah, no, I like where this is going. I
Yeah,
like
the-
where this is going.
The AV driver, as he lands, turns around to all of you and says, "Somebody actually hired y'all, huh?" And he lands and he says, "We're here. I was told I'm going to get a radio call from Nash when it's time for pickup, with at least a few hours heads up. So I guess just keep him posted, and I'll be your pickup. Good luck with everything."
All right, you two.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah. You get out.
So
he
keep
takes-
the engine
Yeah.
running. Yeah.
Yeah, he
Well,
takes.
there goes our ride.
Hear this guy?
Yeah, and
I know, right?
couple security guys
Rude.
come up to you.
Rude.
Obvious security-looking guys holding rifles, matching uniforms. You can see the flag emblem kind of on their jacket vests, and they just walk up with their rifles, and they're with another guy that doesn't have any weapons, but dressed the same. I'm Derek. Are all of you from Night City? You're the team to help us with the rods, the fuel rods.
Trying.
Okay, Umbra's waiting for you. Let's get you right up here. You need help with your bags? You got all that?
All good.
I think we can manage.
All right, follow me.
What was your name?
In
Derek.
my bag, you can. Derek.
Nice to meet you.
Derek.
Okay, yeah,
Derek.
no problem. He waves at one of the security guards, and he walks over and picks up your bag and carries it for you.
Which is very heavy. It's very heavy.
He's very
What's in it?
strong. He picks it up, and you don't even notice a flinch. He just whoop, scoops it right out.
Oh,
Hades did put the cleaning bot in her bag. Just
I
by
was
the way.
wondering if it was full of drone parts.
It is in there.
Gotta have
wow.
Excellent.
Yeah, and you basically he takes you all into the main sort of building of the aircraft carrier. Not one of the makeshift buildings or shipping containers or things that have been added to the Drift Nation, but actual part of the aircraft carrier, the built-in sort of headquarter tower. And as you go in,
bridge.
exactly, and you notice as you're leading up to the bridge, you see all this. You see like security quarters. You can see like a sort of kitchen facility and cafeteria. You see different bunks and things. It looks like in here is kind of the heart of the ship's employees or core of her team or whatever. Lots of security and people that look like they're more important. Not necessarily people that are dealing with cargo and shit like that. Everybody here. Nobody here has grease under their fingernails and shit like that. But as you make your way up and up and up, you get to the top bridge, which is basically Umbra's headquarters. As he opens the door, you see the large office. Let me get some of these sounds to change. And yeah, it's a complete different atmosphere in here. It's very technical. There's lots of people kind of hustling around. There's a group of people off to the left that look like they're going through some crates, some items and things there. There looks like there's 4 people lined up on the right that are doing some type of net running. They're in a system because they don't have internal goggles. You can clearly see that they're wearing virtuality goggles. And then you see a couple security guards that were at the door when you came in, the ones that escorted you in. Derek says, the team's here. He turns and leaves with those security. And Umbra turns around in her chair. You see 2 security guards standing next to her. Everything's elaborate in here. There's even real plants, some gold trimming around some paintings and decorations. Some things look old and antique. Some things look new, probably things gathered over the years. But as she turns in her chair, we're going to take our minute break here. Everyone stay right here. This is not going to be a 5-minute break. We're just going to go grab our special guest to continue the gameplay, so nobody go anywhere. And mics are on.
Special guest?
Special
Boy,
guest.
would I? I wasn't sure if we had to act surprised too.
I am so shocked.
Hey.
Hello.
All right, let's go. Here we go. All right. And we are back.
Hello, I'm the Madqueen. Now you can't find me anywhere because I'm locked at home playing the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. But the rest of the time you can find me on YouTube at youtube.com/MadqueenShowTV and on Twitter, Instagram, everywhere as Madqueen Show.
Oh no.
No audio. I mean something that I bring to the table. I mean I always have audio problems.
People are also saying, ah!
Okay, they can only hear Madqueen.
She does.
It is all
Okay,
Mad Queen.
Can you hear me now? Okay, they can hear everybody, but they can't hear me. They can hear me now. Thank you. All right. I apologize. We did have to make a new overlay for having a guest, and we had to do it on the fly, doing it live. So sometimes glitches happen, but we're back. Okay, Madqueen, remind everybody once again where they can find you online, and then we'll get started.
Hello, I am the Madqueen, and you can find me on YouTube at the Madqueen, youtube.com/MadqueenShowTV, and on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere as the Madqueen Show.
Hell yeah, and thanks so much for joining. Every Friday I'm running the Fallout game with Madqueen and Brandon and our friend Darth, so make sure you tune into that, 12 noon Pacific Standard Time. And tomorrow we'll be continuing that. So everybody go check out Madqueen on YouTube, give her a subscribe, and check out some of that gameplay and all the great videos that she has. She's playing Umbra. Just to backtrack a little bit, the team has just entered her office at the big aircraft carrier, where all these, these 4 drift nations, this whole drift nation is tugging these 4 boats. And you enter her office. There's the 4 Netrunners on the side, some people going through cargo on the side over here, a couple security guards just standing on either side of Umbra. Her assistant Derek just brought you all in, left the room with those security guards. You're standing there. Umbra spins around in her chair to see the team that has just arrived to help find her fuel rods, and I'll let Umbra take it from here.
So this is supposed to be the best that Night City has to offer? You don't look very professional. What are your matching uniforms, Security?
Not a uniform squad. We have been specially chosen because we all have unique talents. It's nice to meet you too, by the way. My name is Allie.
It's going to be a pleasure if you complete the task. If not, it's going to be a waste of time. So I'll decide later.
Sure.
So you know why you're here, right?
You've got
Missing
some,
nuclear material.
You're.
What was that, Hades? I think.
I lost
when you
the
get
sound.
really-
I lost the sound. Can you please repeat?
You lost your rods.
Yeah, yeah. I lost them. Someone stole my fuel rods 2 nights ago. Can't you believe it? Who's going to steal from me? But yeah, they did, and I locked down the city. No traffic in or out. So as you can guess, if Night City wants to recover the very little transit that they have, and we provide, someone has to solve it. You're the one supposed to do so. Well, as you can guess, I don't know who stole them.
You don't have security on the reactor core?
Well, of course we have security, and there are also only two techs in charge on the engine room. They are a little nervous with everything that happened, but if you mean like camera security or not running security, no, we don't.
So no
So who was
cameras.
guarding? So the place they could just walk in.
Well, it has to be someone who can walk freely around here, I guess. If not, that's my guess, but you are the detectives. Anyway, you can ask security if you want to have the full kettle, because I honestly don't know.
Yeah, and with the engine room, like you said, the only people that have access are the two techs that change shifts to keep the basically just to check on the rods and make sure it's constantly going. And like she said, you can question them as well. They're strung up out back.
Up.
Strung up.
Interesting.
Hades, like you don't have to raise your hand. You can just.
Yeah, you can just speak.
I'm waiting to be called on by the person in charge.
Oh.
Such a good impression.
Are you a nomad?
No.
Well, then don't treat me like we're on school.
Does it mean you're calling on me?
Yes, Hades, she's calling on you.
Okay, so your umbrageness. So if you don't have any cameras in the room where the rods were stolen, when we walked in here, I happened with my very ever-present perceptionness, did happen to notice that there were some Netrunners over there. What were they watching? Do they have cameras in any other places? Would you mind if I just tap into that?
Yeah, there and just to
peek
fill
around?
in those details, there are cameras all on the upper deck stuff, but nothing is below in the engine room or like where she runs her shit. She doesn't trust anybody, so no one really has access to that except the two techs that were allowed to go down there to keep the engine running. But there are cameras, watching all the upper decks and outside like security. So those 4 Netrunners are all in a system that run turrets, spider drones, security cameras, the drones that you saw flying around when you came in, those sorts of things.
Yeah.
Who's your head of security? Oh, sorry, Hades.
Well, not to say that your people don't, have eyes everywhere or anything like that, but just to take a peek, just for our detective situation and everything like that.
Well, I don't know if you took a look around, but actually, fuel roads it's not the thing that you would expect people stealing. So obviously, no, we don't have cameras observing the boring tasks that all techs do when we have all this to protect and all the roads to protect. There's plenty of things to protect here.
The techs, the techs that are at the moment strung up. Were they the ones who reported the fuel rods missing?
I don't
Right.
know. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to ask security.
Yeah.
And I heard Bud ask
And-
too who's head of security, and just to put a little more into that. So Umbra runs her own security. Everybody reports to her. She literally doesn't trust anyone. She's the dictator queen of the ship. She runs it. Everyone reports to her. It's like that.
Well, if you want shit done, you need just one person to take the decisions.
As well, have you the 2 techs? You caught them. Has there been any kind of movement with them, or are they literally strung up?
They are literally.
Okay, so they haven't been able to move anywhere.
No.
All right.
Are they your
How
primary?
about yeah, you can.
Is
Are
there
they-
something in your armpit, sweetheart?
I have a question.
What did Rush say?
Are they your primary suspects?
Not really. Not that they seem to have the capacity to move them out of here.
What about enemies? You got anyone on this barge who has your number?
Well, you can ask I have plenty of friends, but you don't make a lot of friends without making some enemies as well. Obviously, I don't know what's the reason for doing that, so I cannot point you at all the vendettas I may or may not have with the people who are ruling all the districts.
There's no one in particular that you would say would do something like this to you.
Because if I knew, I wouldn't hire anyone. I would have taken care of this myself.
Yes,
Sure.
Hades.
Your royal umbrage. Now, the texts that are being strung up over in whatever portion of your kingdom that they are. Can I have one?
The what?
I want a minion. Can I have one of the texts?
Well, if you work hard the rest of your life, maybe.
No, I specifically.
I think that's a no, Hades. I think that's a soft no on that one. We've already got a minion.
You have a minion. I don't have my own minion.
He's our minion.
I don't like that.
If we wanted to inspect the reactor room, how do we get there?
It's all the way in the bottom level in the back of the hull. But Umbra says, yeah, you can go check that out. You can go question the text she has strung up. But she does have a suggestion. Like she said, she has lots of enemies. I think I have it there in the messages to you, Umbra.
Yeah, I have it here open.
Yeah, you should see the suggestion of the one of the 4 other culture districts that are being towed.
So, well, to start with, if you're going to go looking around, you're going to need these cards to have access to everything. Otherwise, if you try, you're going to be gunned down. And, well, I don't like giving my maintenance people more work, cleaning brains on the floor. And the second is, well, the list of suspects may be short or may be long, but I believe that the place to start is with the leaders of the other 4 districts that you can see around. You have the Chinese district that is run by a guy called Shander. The Middle East, run by Amira. Be careful. The Neo Soviet is run by Boris, and the guy has a character, so very, very extremely nice. And then you have the one of South America that is run by Diego. And don't let his charms fool you.
They're all loyal to you, are they?
Oh, is that really a question?
I mean, they pay
They are
taxes. Yeah, and they're alive.
Has
Okay.
there been any kind of activity in the run-up to this disappearance? Have you noticed anything stolen? Any, gatherings of people? Have there been any incidents, that would kind of lead you to suspect that there was a bigger plan at play here?
Anything that was important enough to let me know.
Okay. Does anyone else have any further questions?
Was there any evidence at all left behind that you can tell us about? We've been asking about evidence, but is there anything that you came across?
You will have to ask security for more details.
Of course. Yeah.
Let's get to work.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay,
Very
then
much, Umbra.
do me a favor and get my shit back. If possible, accompanied by the head of the person of all people who did this.
We're not so much in the public execution business.
Then do it in private.
Been trying to
Where-
get him to do an execution for me for a while. Oh, he's a hard nut to crack.
We'll get
I don't
you
want
the
an
rods
execution.
back.
I want a head. A head. Just a head. Cut here. Bring it to me.
we're here for the rods. We'll get you that. Everything else is no guarantees.
Okay.
You can't
It's been real
guarantee
lovely.
that. You can't guarantee you will do your job.
Our job is to get you the fuel rods back, and we'll do that. But in
Yeah,
terms of blocking
the
up someone's
people.
head,
And the people who did this, so do you believe that they are going to surrender peacefully to you? Oh yeah. Oh, we're so sorry we stole this. Please excuse us. We won't do this again.
like I said, there's no guarantees. There are more than one ways to skin a fish, you know?
Give them
Yeah,
terms.
but all of them includes the fish being dead.
Well, maybe there won't be a head left. I think we're getting off topic here.
Dude,
It's been lovely talking with you, Umbra. Let's get the hell out of here.
We'll see you again real soon. Okay, let's go find these techs.
Thank you.
As soon as we're out of earshot, Bud is just gonna spit on the ground. Ugh.
Bud,
Yep.
is your mouth okay? You spat on the ground.
There was
think
an
he did that.
expression of disgust, Hades.
Yeah.
Because she leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Hades is gonna do it too, but it's gonna be like, meh, meh,
Nah.
It's gonna hang and
I'm
just
just
end up
thinking
on her
of that-
shirt.
yeah, just like.
I'm just thinking of that scene in Milan.
I thought you were going to bring back old memories and old wounds to the conversation.
But he kept it to himself a little bit. He seems upset, but he didn't try to poke at it yet.
He's a pretty stoic guy.
He is pretty
So far.
stuck.
Also,
far.
it's also you're the warlord of the whole place. Probably a bad idea to start.
It does
pissing
seem
you off.
scary. But yeah, what I am going to do here, since you left the office, we're going to take another break. Let's take our official 5-minute break here, so Madqueen can leave the stream and we'll continue on. But I do want to thank Madqueen for joining us, and I am going to say that in a future session coming up, she might be coming back for another encounter. We'll see how things plan out. It's obviously all up to players and full agency and open world as to what happens. So. But yeah, thanks so much for joining us, Madqueen. Just remind people where they can find you one more time for everyone watching.
Oh, first of all, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
And I wanted to I wanted to say maybe a couple of things, but he kept it polite. We didn't reach our hands, but yeah. You can find me on the youtube.com/MadqueenShowTV, and tomorrow we're going to continue our games for the pen and paper official pen and paper game for Fallout, and also on Twitter, Instagram, and everywhere as Madqueen Show. And see you on next games if they survive.
Enter Patreon. You can see there in the chat on Syrinscape Twitch, Dan from Syrinscape. Thanks so much, Dan. Put Madqueen's links there, so everybody go check it out. Subscribe, follow, and check out the Patreon. But we're going to take our 5-minute break, and then we'll be back, so nobody go anywhere. Thanks so much. All right, thanks so much, Madqueen, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Here.
See you tomorrow. Sorry, I forgot how to speak today.
It went great. I thought it was fun. All right, yeah. Thanks. See you tomorrow.
I would fly off the handle and jeopardize the whole mission by getting in her face.
No.
No,
Maybe
I'm just
just
gonna
some-
seethe. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
seethe quietly.
Maybe there was the thought that you'd throw some little bitchy digs in there. I feel
Yeah,
like that's
mate,
in
yeah.
character.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll buy it. I'll allow it.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh man.
Maybe
Yeah.
I just didn't think of any. It's just too early.
Yeah, I do not like being talked down to.
Yeah.
And neither does Allie, it turns out.
I did warn you guys. She's a piece of work.
Yeah. But it was also said that she's a charismatic figure. Until he tried to poison us and murder us, Leviticus was a lovely guy to converse with.
Yeah. That's right. That's right.
You know,
Also
all I'm asking
had a lot of breakfast too.
Yeah, we got a meal out of it. All I'm asking is for a little etiquette before you try and murder us. That's all. It's just polite. Just neighborly.
Kindness, free meal, free drugs,
Yeah.
free stripping,
Yeah.
Free
Ice
bathtub.
free
It's all
bathtub.
inclusive. Alright, I actually got a pee now.
Get out of here. It's twirly.
No, I'm so tired. I can't hear all that.
I mean, I'm raring to entertain all of you. Yes. Energy.
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 NRG.
NRG.
Take my energy. What?
Take my energy.
You need power thirst.
Oh,
You like
I have
strawberry?
I haven't seen that.
Strawberry.
Well, that's
no.
yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
god,
Oh
that
my
is that is
God.
a deep cut. Oh my god.
Oh,
How
oh.
on the?
Hang on, I gotta look this up now. Hang on.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, hold up.
Hit you in the face.
Man, I haven't. How long ago was that? Wait, hold
That
up.
was at least 10 years ago, I think.
12
Oh, at
years
least,
ago.
At least. Oh,
Well,
12 years ago.
12
Hold up,
years
hang on.
ago.
Hang on.
Back
I'm-
when memes were still infants.
Back when
Back
memes
when
were
memes were dreams.
The first Power Thirst number 1 was 14 years ago. Hang on.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
So energetic! Try Power Thirst! Energy drinks for people who need gratuitous amounts of energy! Common flavor is chocolate! Chocolate energy! It's like adding chocolate to an electrical store! So, you're gonna be uncomfortably energetic! What's that? You want strawberry? Well, how about raspberry?
Strawberry.
Real lightning! Force! You'll be good at them! It's an energy drink for men! Energy! These aren't your dad's puns! These are energy puns! Turbo! Science, energy, electrolytes, turbo lights, power lights, more lights.
Hey, be careful playing.
Or as Mother Nature will be like, slow.
Careful playing anything that messes up the monetization.
Oh
Cyberscape.
no!
I'm sure it's 14 years old. I'm sure it's not. It's not copyright, surely.
It's-
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I just put on my headphones and I heard something.
Oh,
that
it's
wasn't.
just
It's a
silly.
meme. It's a meme from way back. It's one of the originals. One of the original memes.
Power thirst.
It's a meme original.
Uncomfortable amounts of energy.
You'll
that-
go
isn't
so
that from
fast,
Tim and
Mother
Eric?
Nature say, slow down.
Down. People will think you're from Kenya.
Power, energy, power, energy.
Yeah,
Science.
violent on like on the Cyberpunk Uncensored Twitch channel, we have that +2 to your next roll, and I think we're gonna have a +1 action point from when we do Fallout, or a -2. But yeah, that would be cool. I'll talk to Dan and the guys to maybe add that to the Syrinscape Twitch, so then you guys can use your points to give the players a +2. That would be a lot of fun.
Points.
Why are you making Capricious Nature feel old, Phil?
Well, I'm not the one who put the meme on.
What's the meme?
Have you heard of Power Thirst?
Power Thirst?
Did you hear about
Energy
it?
drink for men. It's
Alright.
Did you hear about
Check-
it 14 years ago?
You'll check it out
You
after.
like
Came out? Oh my god, I can't believe it was that long ago.
Oh man.
No.
That hurts me. That hurts me.
Time has no meaning anymore.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as I brought up the get off
Alright.
the phone, I need to use the internet thing. This morning I was like, oh man, I gotta invest. I gotta start saving for my Botox.
I've been thinking about saving for like retirement stuff for like the past several years. What is that? I have no plan. I have no plans
my
for
retirement in my
age.
face.
Oh my god.
All right.
Plan to live fast and
Let's
die
get back.
youngish.
Someone help me.
Everyone can see us and hear us now. Well, hopefully hear us.
Someone help me.
I've been having trouble with that lately, but I think we're okay.
Oy.
All right, cool. We're back. Yeah, you just left Umbra's office. You just closed the
Preston
door
says
and are
hi.
leaving. Hey, buddy.
Right.
Yeah, he
Preston.
joined us for after our little break.
Nice.
Yeah.
Subscribe to Syrinscape, or Preston will be upset.
Why would you want to upset a perfectly cute bunny? I mean, subscribe, people. What the hell?
Oh, I just want to go back in and ask Umbra some questions.
All right, hold on. Let me go grab Madqueen. Hold on. This is going to be the longest session ever. We just keep going back and forth. One more thing.
No, just one more thing. How long does it take to extract a fuel rod? Very interesting.
Yeah.
And
you have
one
any-
more thing.
Do you have an ETA?
Oh, Lord.
Do you have a
Oh god, now I'm
timeline?
making everyone feel old. Everyone who remembers Columbo now feels super old as well.
Hey,
Now,
in
what
my
I'm
de-
curious
Excuse
my
me, ma'am.
defense, in my defense, I watched through all of Columbo only like a few years ago.
Am I bothering you, ma'am? Didn't he always used to say that shit? He was like, am I bothering you, ma'am?
Oh my god, I love Columbo.
He'd be like looking at him all crooked and
just like with the eye.
yeah, am I
There's
bothering
like
you?
one glass
Yeah.
eye.
Yeah, with the angry eye.
Okay, can we play some Cyberpunk, people? Jesus, what are we doing?
right,
here?
okay, sure.
What are we doing?
Only Columbo.
And we have
Nostalgia. It's the
Columbo
Columbo stream,
in-
yeah.
We have
game.
we have fun here at our table. That's the fact. We have fun. All right, back to some Cyberpunk Red. You just left
Yeah.
Umbra's office. Everything she just told you, fresh on the mind, and you're making your way back down. You don't see security or Derek or anybody. She gave you the passes that apparently give you access to anywhere within her citadel. Free to come and go. She said, she has lots of enemies. Obviously, everybody wants her power. So she has no idea where to start. That's why she shut down the city. She doesn't trust anybody. She thinks a good place to start is with these other culture districts. She told you who to get in charge with on each one. I do have those notes if anybody didn't take those notes or remember. But that was what she said. And she said get her fuel rods and the head of the person that stole it or the people. You said you didn't want to do that. So she's kind of teased you a little about that, but at least get the job done and get the fuel rods. So.
Hey, look, everybody. I don't have a problem killing somebody if we have to.
Well, yeah, but
It's
it's
like
also
literally
not
the reason you bring me along, so.
Are we getting heads or are we not getting heads? I don't. If we get the heads, are we just gonna keep them?
if you want.
You're the one who's all about souvenirs.
Oh, what if we keep the heads and then send her pictures of them and be like, no, get to head.
I mean, I'm just here. We're mainly paid for getting the fuel rods. Anything else is just extra, right? I don't want to be, being her little dog running around and doing her errands.
I was not
Yeah.
paid for
Me-
heads.
Neither.
I mean,
Yeah,
heads
I'm not
cost
gonna-
extra.
I'm not about to be Umbra's hit squad after fighting
But-
her in my
but-
childhood.
But
So
let me.
no head? That's
Yo!
Umbra to us.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the real question. What if she offers us a lot of money for those heads? Like extra
Sure.
money, extra Nash money.
So you want to go
Then-
back in there and see if she'll pay?
No, but I'm saying,
Oh,
like, at
God.
the end of all this, at the end of all of this, like, what if she's like, hey, I will give you infinite eddies for those heads. Like, we walk up with the heads and we're like, hey, how much are these heads worth it to you? And we hold them over, like, I don't know, a pit of acid.
We'll cross that bridge when
When
we
we
come
get
to
to
it.
it, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
I'm just brainstorming.
Let's see if these techs have enough of their skin left unflayed that they can answer a few questions, huh?
Yeah. That's,
Opinion.
a good first port of call.
Hey, you said they were strung up, Rob. What's the
Like, behind
situation
the
here? Are
building?
they
Yeah, exactly.
alive? Are they dead?
Yeah, let's get into. Well, make sure we kill that music. Not very cyberpunk, but we got some ocean water sounds and Citadel sounds going. But Yeah, why don't I, everybody give me another perception roll. Let me just see how these things, as you guys leave the main tower of the aircraft carrier.
More perception.
Yeah,
It's a 9
yeah,
for
leaving
me.
out. Just want to give you the lay of the land as you make your way to the back where she said the texts were strung up.
An 18 for Bud.
Nice, and that's with no modifiers either. That's just straight Bud. That's awesome.
Straight bud.
Straight
I have. I think I'm on all
pure
my
Bud.
solo points are on threat detection. So
Oh.
I'm totally. I'm on edge. I'm on alert.
To you, Rush.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean that's enough there. Oh, and Hades, excellent. But it definitely,
19.
yeah,
Gimme.
19.
absolutely,
Hades.
Bud and Hades getting the most out of this, the most perceptive, just like with coming in as well, I believe. But yeah, you're seeing on the front, basically the bow of this big aircraft carrier. You're seeing shipping containers and makeshift buildings and things. You can see like a neon sign that says the Mermaid Restaurant, a bar that says the Rusty Anchor with an actual anchor hanging in the front. Looks like some big hotel all the way at the end that looks like it goes down into the actual deck of the carrier. And all these sort of shipping containers are like lined up. Looks like there's security making their rounds down one side of containers that maybe are storing cargo, whereas other ones are different shops and things like that, maybe living quarters. It's hard to tell from where you're at, but that's kind of what you're seeing in the whole sort of bow or front of this carrier. You see on either side the different boats that are being towed. You can see one in particular that looks like it's more of like an old yacht versus a cargo ship. Most of them are cargo ships, but one looking like an old yacht. It looks like it has even a little mini helicopter on the top, and a bunch of cargo containers. The other ones being pulled obviously have stacked cargo containers, and on all of them you can see people and things going on, just like little mini towns as part of this huge citadel. With the exception of the one flatbed cargo being toted, that looks like it doesn't have any power at all. Like I said, it's kind of has bins of fire and barrels and torches and things kind of keeping things lit, with the exception of a few neons. As you make your way around towards the back, the stern of this whole aircraft carrier, you can see like a row of greenhouses, some big tanks, hard to tell what's in them. And by tanks I mean like huge tanks that maybe would hold fuel or water or things like that. You can also see embedded in the back of these lined up cargo containers, they're kind of sunken in to the flooring of like the deck of the carrier. And it looks like they've got some type of fish harvesting going on or something like that next to the greenhouses. So they're doing some fish farming. And then all along the edge, kind of past the last turrets that are on the side, you can see these huge planks strung up, and some of them have bodies hanging from them. And you can see that in the distance. So I imagine that's what she was referring to as far as being strung up.
I think we
So
head
I
from
missed
the-
that last part. Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, what? How were they strung up? I missed that part.
No, you
On
see,
planks.
yeah, you see.
They're over there.
Yeah, huge like poles going up, and bodies just kind of like
Oh.
tied to the tops of them, hanging in the distance.
Okay. So who's running the rest of the reactor if those guys are up there?
I mean,
There's probably nothing to be run right now.
if they can't have the rods that help stabilize it, right? I don't
But who's
know.
going to run it when the rods are back?
See, this is the hard part of being a dictator who just kills everybody. You lose a lot of your specialists.
Staff turnover's high, yeah.
Yeah, let's hope these guys are still viable.
They seem to have a high
I'm sure
turnover
they're
rate
not
there.
the only ones.
What was that, Rush?
Yeah, we turn
Yeah.
the bodies.
I'm sure they're not the only ones that know what they're doing around here.
But I mean, they're our best guess at trying to figure out how anyone got in and out, get the rods. So they're dead.
Yeah, I'd
We
like to know
are
how long.
Rude.
Yeah, I'd like to know how long it takes to extract them as well, and what the person would have to know. Let's see. Are they alive?
Yeah, you can make your way over there. As you make your way towards the back, yeah, you can see like near these planks and at the bases of them, some like rods, some broken glass, some bottles, a couple cans, pieces of debris and things like that at the base of each one. And as you get closer, you can see these bodies are strung up, but they look like they're just beat to shit. They're not even moving. They're about, maybe 30 feet or, 10 meters up into the air on these huge long planks. But from what you can see, they're not moving. They're, wounded so badly from things being thrown at them or whatever happened to them before being strung up, and however long they've been strung up. They all appear dead, even though, and there's more than just 2 people up there. There's like, you're looking at maybe about 8 or 9 different bodies on the course of about 12 different planks. So it looks like she kind of punishes people like this, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna point at all the glass and all the projectiles on the floor and be like, see, this is what happens when you don't have a good entertainment industry. I'm just gonna say it.
Hades is just gonna start. Hey!
Yeah, how do we get these guys? How do we get these guys down?
Oh, you dead. They
I
might
think they
be
just
dead.
leave them up there to rot.
Well, they might already be dead. Are you dead?
Yeah, we need to get these guys down somehow.
Well, they might already be dead. If they're dead, I don't want to waste the time getting them down. Like, what's the point if they're already... Are you dead? Or do you want to come down? You need to, wiggle a foot or something. We're not going to cut you down if you're dead already. I'm not going to go up there and cut them down if they're dead already. That's going to be a total waste of time. Are you dead?
Yeah, there's no response.
I think they're dead. I don't think it's worth going up there.
Someone
They're going to be all gooey.
Someone walks out of the greenhouses. Somebody wearing some type of lab coat, very drab though. Don't get it confused. It's not very clean, crisp lab coat like scientists look. And that's one thing you've kind of noticed is everybody up here and out of this citadel, not too much is crisp and clean, with the exception of when you entered Umbra's office and her main building. Everything outside of that is a bit more worn, but this person comes out wearing lab coat stuff and just looks at all of you. And are all of you trying to talk to dead bodies right now?
Dead? Do you know for sure that they're dead? Are you a doctor?
Pretty sure they're dead.
Oh.
Wait, these 2 in particular? It's very important that they not be dead.
Yeah, looking like all of them are dead. That's kind of Umbra's calling card. Puts them up there, everyone can see it. They know not to mess with her, that sort of thing.
Are they dead before they go up, or are they dead while they're up?
There's no fun if they're dead when they go up.
I wasn't here when when all of these got strung up, but I've seen it go both ways, to be honest. But you don't look like y'all from around here.
How long ago did those right there, those 2? How long ago did those 2 go up? When?
I have no idea. I don't see them all when they all go up.
Are you a doctor? What is it? What is this? What are you wearing here? Are you a doctor? Who are you? What is this?
No, I'm working here, but none of you look like you're from our citadel here. What
You'd be
exactly
surprised.
are all of you doing here? From what I knew, the city was shut down. So where did y'all come from?
Questions. What are you? What are you doing here?
Give me a conversation.
I will answer your question with another question.
Why not this? What are you doing here, sir? Right. Let's see
What
how
is this
goes.
white coat?
That did not go well. That was a critical
10.
failure.
I think that is right. I think that works.
Yeah, he just looks like, I'm just going to get back to work. Enjoy your conversation with the dead bodies. He turns around and goes back into the greenhouses.
Hey, wait. Before you go.
He already went back into the greenhouses.
No!
We're making an impression.
Well, what are we supposed? Are we supposed to cut them down, or why do we want to climb all the way up there?
No.
They're already dead.
Look,
He said
they're
they're already
dead.
dead.
There's
can't
nothing
tell
we're
us
gonna get
anything.
unless they had brain dance recorders in their heads or something like that.
You don't think they did, Allie? You don't think they had brain dance recorders?
I
So
really-
what have we got? We got New Soviets. We got South America
We got Middle
We
East
got
and we've got
the Middle
Chinese.
East. and the Chinese.
So which one?
Any
we talking to?
preferences?
Well, shouldn't we check out the core first, so
Okay.
that we can get some evidence,
Well, yeah. Let's
see
see
how
what the
easy
place
it is
looks
to
like.
get in and
Yeah.
out, and then we can, then have a little bit of meat to go with our interrogations.
Can we, on our way down there, can we find someone around here who looks like a tech? So we can just have someone who can, answer tech questions that we don't know.
I reckon they'd look very nervous.
Yeah. I mean, how do you want to go about this?
I guess as we, move across the kind of city and find our way into the bowels of the ship, we'd look out for, a workshop or, somewhere that looks technical. Techies have
Yeah.
tools and welding masks, and we're looking for sparks and
A
all
lot
the
of
signs of a
nervousness.
techie,
Yeah.
I
Give
guess.
me a.
Yeah.
Give me. Let's just do a 1d10, and let's see if you can roll your under your luck stat. Because you do see as you're moving past the main tower and to where you can kind of go below deck to the lower levels, you do see some shipping containers. One open with some tech gear and tools and things like that. And what did you roll there, Bud? Okay,
I got a
perfect.
2
Yeah.
under my luck of 5.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. So, as you look in there, you do see a tech there working on some things using his tools in one of these containers.
Hey,
Yeah, can I help you?
know anything about reactors?
I know ours is fracked. What's up?
Yeah, we're here to find who fracked it. I just need someone to ask a few basic questions while we case the joint.
Oh, okay. So I guess you're Umbra's investigative task force or whatever that she was flying in from the city,
Yep.
or.
That's
Okay.
right.
That's us.
Yeah, I could tell. I could tell by the clothes and your accent too. But yeah, I have no idea who took the fuel
That's
rods
fine.
or any
That's
of that.
fine. I don't know anything about a reactor, so I need someone to ask questions about, to answer questions about how long it takes to extract one of these things, how easy
What
they are to
they-
move, that kind of shit. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I know about that. What do you want to know?
And also, I
Oh,
want to
come-
know the names of the two techs, if you have any information about them.
The two techs.
The guys who ran the reactor.
Oh,
Dead ones. The
yeah,
ones that are way up there.
Yeah, I'm familiar with what Umbra strung them. I wasn't friends with them. I don't even know who was working that job, but I do know that they were in there for the past few years. She usually just keeps a couple guys in there cycling, but I don't even know who it was. I have no idea.
Is there a database or something?
I'm sure
Employee
she has
list
some
or-
type of employee log or something.
Oh, fuck. Can't get anything.
You want to take a
around
walk? I know, right? Welcome to living on a drift nation. You want to take a walk with us? Show us the basics around the reactor.
I mean, I'm a little bit busy working here, but maybe if you give me a little persuasion roll, Rob Mulligan might let me.
You know,
What the hell are you talking about, guy?
Who
You're
is
not
that?
even making.
Rob
You're not even
Mulligan.
making
I don't know who that
sense.
is, but he absolutely sounds
But he sounds
sexy as
handsome.
hell. He sounds extremely handsome.
Very intelligent.
Very.
Hades just rolled a 22, and what she's gonna say is,
listen, you.
you know those guys up there?
Do you have a tissue box in your hand?
No, these are gummy bears.
Oh,
Listen, you. Do you want to end up like those guys up there? Because I'm pretty sure that Umber will not be happy if you do not help us find out who put those dicks wherever they are now. We do not find the heads of those people. and the sticks of those sticks, and if you don't help us, we are going to find out who you are, and we are going to deliver your name to Umbra, and maybe your head too.
All right. Yeah, see, she also gave you authority there. He notices the passes, the lanyards that y'all have as well. All right, I'll help. Just make sure you tell her I was cooperating. I did everything I could to help you.
Can I ask,
what do you need?
Are you on something? Because you seem very relaxed for a guy whose former colleagues have just been strung up.
Oh no, I'm good. I had nothing to do with them. Bit independent up here. I pay my rent. I pay my taxes. I run my shop here. I'm good.
Yeah, but
I'm good.
for all you know, they were totally innocent.
I'm sure they were. I don't work with Umbra like that. I'm good.
She could pull you in any second.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, if you're on something, I want it.
I mean, things can happen anywhere, right? I mean, you guys are from Night City. I'm sure shit happens there all the time too. I mean, what are you gonna do?
All the time. You would not believe what we just dealt with.
Am I gonna live in fear?
People were pooping blood everywhere. Oh, it was terrible.
Time to drink. God, why? We're still doing this. Anybody not familiar, you can refer to Don't Have a Cow campaign, the one side of this. You'll learn all about the drinking game that seems to be continuing on.
It's called lateral advertising, Rob, and it works.
It works. It's a callback.
What we're known
it's
for
very
now.
funny.
Gonna be a T-shirt.
I don't need to deal with any bowel problems or anything. I mean, just living on the sea, you get enough problems as you can imagine. But yeah, what do you need help with? I'm down to take a walk, help you out, whatever.
Yeah. How hard would it be for somebody to get in and out of here without somebody noticing?
In and out of.
Especially
can we have this
fuel
conversation
rod.
at the core? Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We'll wait on that.
Do like an Aaron talk.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, didn't want to interrupt what you were asking, Rush,
Yeah, we can
but I was
say
like,
as you're walking.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you're making your way down, going down the lower levels, and I'll describe that in a moment. But let's have the conversations first on your way, like Rush was just doing. So yeah, Rush, what were you saying?
Yeah. So obviously somebody was able to get in here, get the rods, and get out. How could somebody do that?
Yeah, well, I don't think they actually got out. From what I know, Umbra shut everything down, and she's got pretty good security around this citadel. Apparently, she had a rough past and stuff, and beefed up security. Doesn't want any repeat of history or something along those lines. I don't know. I wasn't around back then, but yeah, I imagine there's somewhere in here, and it's still in the city. I don't think it'd be easy to get them out.
Sure, but it's not hard to get out of this facility.
Out of the engine room?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you would have to be one of the techs working there, I would imagine. They have the engine room pretty locked down from what I know. But I guess we'll go check it out now and see exactly what's up. I mean, I've never been down there. But
how many rods exactly are we talking?
Well, I'm not really familiar with them. But from what I heard, like half of them got taken. I don't know much about that. And Bud, you do from the research you did earlier. So probably about 4 big crates worth, we'll say, just to kind of summarize this conversation. But half of the rods, picture 4 big crates. You being a strong person, you could probably lift up one of those crates, squat it or deadlift it. If you're a smaller framed person, you might need some help lifting them.
Talking 4 heavy crates here, plus the process to actually extract and load them up. Nobody saw that happen.
We're either talking about 4 people in a short amount of time, which is a lot of people to keep quiet, or we're talking about a couple of people in a long amount of time. What are you saying?
Somebody saw it.
They were only reported missing 2 days ago, but you're right, Rush. It could have been a slower process over a period of time, yeah.
Take one out here. Next week, take out another one. I hadn't thought of that, actually.
Yeah.
How long does it take to safely extract a rod?
I mean, if it's I mean, done properly, I mean, you can take them out within seconds. You know, you just shut down the connection, pull it out of the shaft, close it off, good to go. It shouldn't take that long, really.
Yeah,
I mean, if
people
be
would
more
have
of a
that.
process.
maybe people could do it over time. I think that kind of makes sense too. But you know, I imagine the engine would kind of be losing power along the way, and then the techs would see that. The engineers, I imagine they'd report it to Umbra. I don't know. I imagine it kind of happened overnight. I don't imagine it would happen over time. But if it happened over time, then I imagine those techs were in on it. So I have no idea.
Well, the techs
you
are
said-
dead now.
You said
Oh.
only the techs can get in. Is that with a card? Is that, using an iris or a fingerprint? How do they actually get access into the room?
Well, this whole city runs on cards, just like those security cards you got there. I imagine those techs had their own engine room access cards. Umbra's usually pretty tight. Last I heard, she doesn't even have people running her security or her cargo inventory or anything. She runs everything, and she just has everybody working for her for the most part. Another reason I won't work for her. I'm happy paying my taxes and rent, and I'm good.
Right. So you don't work for her specifically, but she does run this whole place, no?
Oh yeah, it's her city.
Yeah.
So I guess, yeah,
you do
technically,
really
I guess, yeah.
work for her.
Yeah, I guess technically.
Okay, but it's not impossible to recreate or reprogram a key card. So whoever
Oh,
got
still.
in, you know.
Still, whoever got in needed to know how to extract those rods safely.
Is that an easy thing to kind of intuit, or you have to have a science background to be able to do that? Talking to you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, typically it's a job for a tech. I mean, I imagine if you had a little bit of experience with it or research, you'd give it a shot, but you might crack them. You know, there's a little bit of a finesse to it, but I've
And
never
you?
dealt with it, so I'm just kind of guessing on my
Haven't you?
experience of knowledge.
Do you have finesse?
I got some finesse with my tools, but I sure you have no access to the engine room or any part of that, if that's what you're hitting around with.
We just behead this guy, call it a day.
Now
And done.
Now we're like,
Next campaign.
now we're like down. Yeah, that's right. Yay, we did it. Now we're like down in the. Now we're like down in the bowels of the ship. Is it like all like narrow corridors and stuff?
Yeah, exactly. Let me
Is it
let
like
me give you a
maze?
a little
Kind of
breakdown.
maze like in here.
Well, this is kind of a straight shot when you get down here. When you're going down, one thing you notice is you passed a level that opens up right below deck. That seems to be a city within itself. Obviously, very ranch home style or 1 to 2 level style, because it is below deck. But there's a whole level that you saw with like, you know, activity and people, and like as you were passing that and dropping down to the lower level, it's almost like another city. You know what I mean, below deck. But below
So
that,
it's the old flight deck, right? Yeah.
exactly, and it looks like you know, there's a whole community of people living on that subdeck. You know, and then when you go below that, what you're seeing is this narrow corridor where you're going by all these makeshift cells, and then beyond that are all these storage cargoes and you know, actual storage rooms and locker rooms, as well as shipping containers that have been lowered. And then beyond that is the engine room, which is pretty much a sealed door. You can use your pass to open it, obviously, when you get there. But it's as described, you know, one entrance to the engine room sort of thing, with a you know, electronic security card scanner.
Cells, you said, is that like prison cells or just like other storage rooms that
No,
we're passing?
as you see those people in those cells, I mean, Umbra puts criminals down there, pirates to try to do her wrong, people she's trying to extract info from. I keep my nose out of that.
People who can see stuff coming in and out. I think that might be a avenue to exploit after we have a little digging around, see if anyone saw some crates going past
Or heard something.
or heard anything. Yeah. All right. But let's have a look at this
Have a look at the engine room itself, reactor room, yeah.
Now, when you get in there, you open it up, and yeah, you're basically just seeing a huge front or back hull of the ship, but the very lower level. And it opens up. You can see these two huge engine sort of cylinders that are running the propulsion of this huge aircraft carrier. You can see the kind of nuclear fusion core hubs that are in the center that are powering everything. You know, piping, tubing, wiring, things going from all this without extensive tech background. It just looks like a lot of engine stuff, but you do see these sort of glowing fusion cores that typically power everything. And one thing you notice is on these cylinders that kind of align these two sort of circular cores, all of them that kind of circle around these, they're about half out. So you can see like half of them are all lit, half of them are not lit, so empty. So it kind of checks out with the story, obviously, of half of the fuel rods being missing and the ship running on half power.
Does it look like the other half would, does it look like they tried to remove more?
Right?
Than just the half? Yeah, I just couldn't formulate how I was thinking there. Does it, the ones that are still in, does it, like they were like,
I know what you
half taken out in a hurry and left, or are they pristine?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Give me a deduction.
Yeah, Rob knows what I mean.
I know what you're saying. I got you. But yeah, you can give me a deduction, and everybody can give me, since everybody's in there expecting the engine room.
We're all playing Columbo now.
Here's one more question. Hey!
Whoa.
Wow.
I'm on high alert today. I'm on high alert.
24, bud.
24 from Bud.
24.
Wow. The solo coming through with the smarts today. Going crazy.
It is his
Very
hometown.
perceptive. Exactly. And he's extremely perceptive. Yeah. He's got those solo skills focused on that right now. So.
And he's in a bad mood.
Yeah, that's right. Nothing to focus you like a bad memories.
It narrows your eyes, so you're already
I just want to get it solved and over with as well. I just want to get out of it.
Yeah, what you're noticing, and I think Hades got a decent deduction roll too. Both of you figured out, especially Bud in particular, that the half of the lights that are out, you can see that, it's all solid out, and then as it's kind of going around, it staggers some. So it's not like they took the exact even amount out. Like maybe they were continuing, but stopped. So you can kind of deduce from that that maybe they were in process of trying to remove all and stopped at the point that they stopped at. So maybe they were interrupted, pressed for time, something.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Looks like they were going for the whole hull. It doesn't look like they were trying to balance the cores, so maybe they were planning on taking the whole kit and caboodle before they got stopped.
There was enough of them to take 4, but not all 8.
But if they were planning on taking everything, so they must have had the means to carry 8 heavy boxes, right?
Well, look, as they said, there's 4 main, 4 districts here. Maybe each one has its own leader. They got their own crew, their own muscle. So,
you think this was like organized by 4 people independently?
No, I think one of those district leaders got it in for Umbra,
or all of them,
or all of them. But as Ali was suggesting, it's a bit harder to. The more people you include in a conspiracy, the more likely one of them is going to rat out the others.
Yeah.
How easy would it be for the Chinese to rat out the Soviets? Oh, hey, Umbra, they're gonna steal your rods, just to get a leg up on the ladder by chucking them under the bus, to mix my metaphors.
Yeah, we don't.
Imagine how much dislike we felt after that.
Yeah.
Imagine living here.
Yeah. Imagine living here when it was a full-on war zone.
No, thank you. I'm gonna keep happy thoughts for now. We can't prove why these people did it. We just have to show how.
Yeah, but at least, hey, whoever this tech guy is, whatever his name is.
Yeah, what's this guy's name? What's your name, guy?
Cyberpunk name generator, quick.
Yeah, nobody ever asked, but he's like, yeah, I'm Harris. Thanks for finally asking. She's self-centered. Right? So from the big city, all self-centered. Anyways, what was that?
Well,
Harris.
introduce yourself next time. Damn.
I know, I forgot.
Don't
I'm
let
sorry.
us do all the work.
You
This
can
guy's
you
so
just
chill.
It's cool.
he's super chill. Can you just walk us through the process? You come in here and you want to load up the rods in here into some cases. Where in the room do I have to go? What do I have to do? Do I need someone hauling them out of the wall while someone's working the console? You just walk us through and we see what we can pick up from that.
Well, I mean, right now everything's on auto, it looks like, which it typically is most of the time. I think that the techs that run this are pretty much just, just checking in on it. But I think to take them out, you gotta, like I said, disconnect them from the main hub, which means power is gonna start going down the second you start disconnecting them. So I imagine whoever did it, however they did it, they were trying to be quick, because once you start doing it, people are gonna notice. As far as crates hauling them out, anything like that you mentioned, I have no idea. I mean, you see this room, it's an engine room. I don't see any crates or anything. I guess they could have brought their own crates or something if that's how they hauled them out, but I have no idea.
Show me where's the console where I can shut them down and start disconnecting the rods.
He
Is there a
shows you.
control platform around here?
Yeah, there's a whole console off to the side. And he just kind of shows you, there's button levers and things. It's like, yeah, this right here runs the power. They had to have turned off each one. You designate which rod, disconnect, you can take it out. Click this rod, disconnect, take that one out. But like I said, as you're doing it, you're killing more and more of the total power to the whole city. I mean, I saw Umbra when, the night that it all happened, and she was cutting power off to all the districts first. Of course, we had power on the main central city, and then that got cut. As you saw, we're kind of all running on generators and shit right now. But
anyone here have criminology?
No.
Why, you want to
Good
dust?
time to
you
do
wanna
it.
dust-
You're ready to put dust for fingerprints, look for little clues on the
We could.
console, a hair or something.
Is there a notepad that I can do the old, like?
Oh, I do have some
tracing
criminology.
pencil
Hold on.
over?
Hey.
Crime
Do you have
scene's
Oh
yours.
my god, I got a 21! I got a 21 in criminology!
Good job.
Hey,
You get to pull out that skill like once per.
What you don't know is Haiti spends all of her time watching old reruns of Cyber Columbo.
Order and law.
Dun dun.
It's like, but it's reverse though.
Yeah.
Yeah, dun dun.
Can I net run with you, ma'am? No,
All of Hades' dreams comes true.
yeah, no, that was a great criminology roll. And what we'll say is, looking over the console and where you kind of put the power out and things, you find maybe on the edge of the console, like where you would pass the console leading out the door of the engine room, maybe snagged on the corner of the console, you see just like a little strip of fabric. Maybe just a little strip of clothing that maybe got caught there and ripped on the way out. Maybe it's part of the, techs or engineers, people coming and going. Hell, it could be Umbras. Could be people that took the routes. But you did find that, at least. The only thing that would resemble, I guess, a clue in this moment.
Everyone, step back. I have found a clue.
And Hades going to retrieve it
God.
and then put it in her fanny pack
How did she retrieve it? With the clip?
with the clip.
Where's that clip in, Hades? You're gonna contaminate the
No!
evidence.
Dude, this is my clue clip.
What? So you keep it perfectly sterile?
Yeah, you don't know where
In a little-
you don't know where I keep this.
Man, I knew it was a mistake getting you that streaming subscription for only Columbo.
I like that
Didn't
it's a
order that CSI kit either.
I like that it's a clue clip.
CSI Night City, CSI Canada, CSI.
I picture she has other clips too that make no sense. Like she's like, no, this is my clue clip. Oh wait, no, that's not my clue clip. That's my oatmeal clip. Wait, where's my? Like there's
Yeah,
just...
this is. Well,
That's
technically
my
speaking,
pud.
this is the
That's my
gummy
pud
clip,
clip.
but this is the gummy clip, but this is the only clip I have on me right now. I left the clue clip in the AV with the rude guy.
Whoever
Well,
did
that's
this
great.
crime must deal with gelatinous substances.
We'll
You
just have
found
to
some
hope the
kind
clue
of,
doesn't get sticky.
What about the system itself? Does it keep a log of actions that it's been run through?
Well, tech guy, you know more about this.
No, I mean, I don't think there's any system down here. This is pretty old. I think this is one of the last like nuclear fusion run carriers out there. But I imagine Umbra might have some type of system up in her office where she keeps log of things going down. I have no idea.
Okay.
While no one's looking,
Yeah.
I do not like that sentence.
just to see how easy it is to do, Hades is like just reaches over and takes one of the rods out.
Hey,
She just
can
takes
I...
it out. She takes it out.
Stop pulling on the casing.
I mean, this is a question for the GM. Can she? Like, does she get it out, or is it hard to get out?
She can try. It doesn't come out because you didn't disconnect
Okay.
it first. Remember, he showed on the control panel. You have to disconnect it from the system and then come. It's like magnetically something. It's not budging.
Okay. She's
As you tug
trying.
it,
She's just like. She's just trying to see
Give me
how
a stealth roll.
She try and cough to cover it.
like. She's.
Yeah, you can do that. Give me a stealth roll.
She's just putting her hands on everything.
Again, contaminating the crime scene.
Yeah, you do that, and and that tech guy looks right at you and he says, "You know that a cough doesn't keep me from being able to see you trying to tug on that, right? Like, please don't do that."
Also, you're meant to do it at the same time, Hades, not before. That
just draws attention to you.
What?
Yeah, it's not a
Yeah,
coverall.
I can see what you're doing, even though you're coughing. I mean, really. Again, I can see you clearly trying to. Please don't do that. I don't want to get in trouble with Umbra.
Are there any scratches on the floor? And I'm specifically looking for where a big kind of, pulley or some kind of mechanical arms might have like come through this area in order to pick up the crates. Any kind of scratches or dents or tire tread?
Yeah, give me a perception roll.
I've been rolling like trash today. Yeah.
Maybe now you're due. There you go.
Hey,
There you
not
go.
bad.
Hey. You see there's lots of scuff marks and dents and nicks and things. I mean, this ship has been around a long time. But you do notice that going right from where these fuel rods are, there's definite like kind of straight line kind of scratches or grooves into the flooring. And with that perception, we'll say, you can tell they look a little newer than the other scratches that maybe are corroded with dust or just salt corrosion and things. They look like they were maybe freshly scratched.
This is my time to finally do this.
Uh-oh.
Hey guys, you're gonna want to take a look at this.
It's no time to explain.
I was
Hades is there.
What'd you find, miss?
I was waiting for you to take off the glasses so I could do some CSI wow at the end, like then the music drops and like.
Looks like this case is making me tired. There's
Looks like
scratches.
Umbra got shafted.
Again, we have fun here.
There are scratches heading away. They must have had some kind of heavy machinery or some kind of winch or pulley to get the
Something
get
to
the
load
goods
them
out.
up on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So another
Well-
good thing to ask those prisoners.
Yeah, you see anyone?
So it's possible they piled it all on here before moving any of it out.
Okay.
So in that case, you could have gotten away with just a couple of people, maybe even one, depending on
There's
timing.
no way. There's no way one person could do this. I mean, maybe me, but
Maybe a very
Intelligent bastard.
intelligent.
It's on my own.
I don't know if I think I'm done looking here. Does anyone else want to cover any?
No,
of
unless Harris, if you've got any bright ideas why you've been down here, any intricacies of the system you think is worth noting?
I
try and-
honestly have no idea. I think everything that,
But I put
that you guys have been talking about makes sense. I don't know.
And if I put a gun to your head and asked you to take a bet of which of the 4 districts was responsible for this,
Oh,
who would you say?
had me worried for a second there. I wasn't sure where
Hypothetical.
we were going with this. I'm glad we ended
If.
here.
Shut up.
I don't know. Just between me and you, man. Like, none of the districts like Umbra, so any of them could have taken that shit from her. I don't know why they would want to do that, but I mean, nobody really likes her, to be honest. But you take that, you're kind of killing power to your own city. So I don't know. I have no idea how to make sense of this. Your guess is
but
as
then
good
the
as
people
mine.
get
Undermines her.
angry.
That's right, yeah.
I have no idea.
How much do
You-
the other districts depend on, trade within the Citadel, within each other? Is it kind of, if one
mean-
goes bust, they all do, or?
Yeah, I mean, this whole Drift Nation is like any other. I mean, it's a symbiotic relationship here between us all. I mean, obviously, Umber runs the show here. She has final say in anything, and believe me, she gives final say on everything. But yeah, I mean, everybody's kind of here because they all need each other. I mean, we're all kind of living here and working and getting by, just as I imagine you are in your city or whatever. But these districts, they're all here because they're kind of the leaders in their trade for their cultures or their homelands or wherever they're from. I know we got the Neo-Soviet Union at one of those ships. We got China over there and some of the Middle Eastern people. I mean, just a little bit of these main cultures are all represented here. But it's, like I said, it's symbiotic. So as much as they all hate her, I don't know why they would want to take from her, but like you said, maybe to undermine her, shift power some. I have no idea. I'm happy paying my rent, working and doing what I do. So
And since the power went out, how's the mood been around the Citadel? People worried, people anxious, people pissed?
people are pretty pissed. I mean, most of us on the central city are getting by a little easier than most. I mean, as you can see, we went down to half power, but we all pretty much have at least the basics going. Now these little side cities, a different story. These little side districts, they're probably a little bit more pissed. I know she cut them all off first, but for the most part, I think people are just anxious to get back to normal. I don't think we've sat still in the international waters in a long time.
Look, just speaking from experience, a place like this, shit can go from anxious to fucked real fast, so just have a plan, okay, Harris?
Yeah, I mean, you speak from experience. You're getting me worried here. What, is there something I should know about, or?
Let's say the rumors about some sort of fiery conflict before Umber took over, they're 100% true.
Really?
Oh yeah. You think she just democratically elected one day? No.
Well, I mean,
She took the place by force.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard the stories. I just thought a lot of that was myth. I mean, who wages war on a Drift Nation? Set it on fire. I mean, where do you go? It just seemed kind of crazy to me, but
How
you're
old
saying
are
it's
you?
true. He's in his like
Where do you go?
late 20s.
You-
12.
Oh.
He's fairly young.
Where do you go? Well, you wash up in Night City is one of the places you go.
Well, I'm hoping I don't end up like that. I don't want to wash up on any city, but I appreciate the advice. I guess I'll maybe get a little evacuation bag together or something. You got me a little bit worried now. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm not one to worry.
You've been worried the whole time you live here. It's
The time of the red, you gotta be worried, man.
I refuse to live in fear.
Staying
I mean,
alive.
life is just like that, you know. But you got me
I like this
thinking
guy.
things might get a little out of hand, a little beyond the norm. You got me worried about that.
Well, I'm not saying it will, but just in case.
This
Yeah, I
man
appreciate
stared
it.
into the face of chaos and chose to be zen about it.
Nah.
Yeah.
Well, what are you gonna do about it?
That's fair. That's fair.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get back to work. If y'all carry on with your investigation, if you need anything, stop by. Need anything fixed too? I got the best prices on deck, so hit me up.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Sure thing, Harry.
Oh.
Oh.
Harris.
Need some work?
Harris.
Yeah. What's up?
The drone.
I have a question for you. What are your capabilities when it comes to moving? Let's say, hypothetically, if someone had a cleaning bot that they wanted to take the internal parts of the brain and put it into a giant robotic teddy bear, what are your capacities with that? Harris, my friend. Harris, best buddy in all of the world. Harris, whose name I have used several times in this sentence.
Yeah, I feel very connected to you with how much you're using my name, and I feel a sense of relaxation and trust. But yeah, I mean,
I'm
honestly,
staring you in the eyes right now.
yeah, I feel very connected. but
We're making a very good connection right
we're having
here.
a moment,
A
and
moment.
and I'm
If he
enjoying
was
it.
any more relaxed, he'd poop his pants, honestly.
Yeah. Give me and drink. Damn it!
Damn it.
Can't get away from. I can't get away. I can't break free from this. I can't live this down.
Forever.
Give me a conversation roll, Hades.
Oh, Harris, do not
Always
let me
asking the important questions.
She is.
Yeah.
She's on it.
All I want. Conversation where I
Is a robot bear
Let
obsessed
me
with
ask
cleaning.
you one more question.
How do you program a robot teddy bear to clean my house?
Not even clean.
just to hang out. I just want him to hang out. 17.
Yeah, I mean, if it doesn't seem that difficult. I mean, it's just kind of a big reskinning process. I mean, it depends on the drone or bot you have, and then you reskin
you know
with
what,
the teddy bear, or what are you trying to do? I mean,
Yeah, no, and
I could maybe do that if you got everything with you, and I could.
I did. In fact,
Bottom.
She opens up the giant duffel bag, and
yeah, no, the bot's right here, and this is really all I brought.
Oh, all right. He starts like reaching in, checking it all out, and he's looking at it and like, oh, okay. This really, honestly, shouldn't be that difficult. I could. I mean, what exactly? We just reskinning, or do you want anything special about it other than a cleaning bot with a teddy bear skin? What do you?
I don't even need to clean anything. I just want it to hang out with me.
Easy.
guns in
Yeah,
it,
I can handle that for you. Customize it and everything to fit perfect. It'd be hard to even notice that it's a drone in there. I can make it look awesome. Yeah, just 150 eddies. Super easy.
That's neat.
200. And you know what? These are for you. And she takes out a handful of maple syrup packets and just like dumps them in his hands.
He actually
A little something extra for your trouble.
Yeah, he actually, his eyes light up, and he's actually somewhat excited about that. And he's like, oh! He's like, actually, we've been kind of low on a lot of condiments out here the past month. And now that she's shut down all the incoming, outgoing, this is actually handy. I really appreciate this. He puts them aside.
Oh, well.
It's like gold dust out here.
It is. Yeah, you'd be
And
surprised.
She's gonna
Got
lean
any
over.
mayo?
She's gonna lean over to Bud.
It's a good thing he didn't get too close to smell your neck or anything. Might have taken a bite right out of you.
Yeah, and if you come across any like high grade Dijon, let me know. I got a buddy that's one of the cooks below deck, and I could probably get you some pretty
I'll-
eddies for that too.
Oh, I'll see what I can come up
Seeded.
with.
I'll see what I can come up with.
Seeded.
Oh yeah, I always keep my mustard seeds on me.
You never know.
All right,
Yeah, give me a few hours. I could probably get this skinned and together for you. It wouldn't take me long at all. I'll put together the current work and yeah. Yeah, stop back by.
What do you reckon our
I'll be
next?
here.
What do you reckon our next move is, guys?
Well, I
Let's
guess.
have a chat to some of those people in those cells.
Yeah.
See what they saw.
Oh, also, is there any way that I could make a roll to see about actually tapping into the system down here? I know there's no cameras involved, but just to see what there is.
If you could get an employee list, Hades, that would be fantastic.
I just want to see what's in there. There's got to be something in there.
Yeah, you can
just take a peek around.
yeah,
Just
at
a little.
least give me your interface. Give me your roll for at least scanning.
12.
Nice. Oh, and remind
12.
me, with all the IP, did your Netrunner ever move up in ranks, or have you been using that just on skills? I'm just
It
curious.
hasn't moved up in rank yet,
Okay.
so soon, but not yet.
Yeah, no problem. Use IP however you want to use it. That's absolutely fine. But yeah, with a roll like that, you can tell there is a system down in the engine room. Like Umbra said, no cameras and things down there. But there is some type of system down there through that scan. We are going to end the session right here till next week, but I do want to do just a mini summary in the sense that this Harris tech guy is now working on your CleanBot teddy bear thing. You've done a scan. You know that there is a system down in the engine room. You would have to go back down there to actually get in and be within 6 meters, but you did do the scan from here and see that there is one down there. You can also see that there are a couple random systems up here on deck. You can't tell exactly where they're coming from, but there are some up here too when you did that scan. The team did talk about a couple things, checking out the different districts, cultures, checking out the jail cells, you checking out that system, and Harris is working on the bot together. I think that's it to summarize, end the session right at that moment. So when we come back next week, you all can decide, which one of these things you want to pursue, how you want to go about it. But yeah, that was great. I had a great time, and we successfully had our first guest.
Yay!
It was so much fun having Madqueen on. I really like that.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm looking forward
moving
to.
up in the world.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to
good.
seeing how it pans out, and maybe we'll have her back depending on how this campaign fleshes out, and if there's another encounter with her, or a moment, or a needed scene or something, and we'll have her back. And then in future sessions, obviously, future campaigns and such, we'll try to have more guests and appearances, whether as NPCs or maybe as a part of the team for a whole campaign or something. Maybe we can have some fun with that too. I really enjoy the cross promotion and gameplay that way. Everybody in chat, thanks so much for sticking around and hanging out for the entire session. Make sure you show some love to Syrinscape, follow and subscribe on both Twitch and on YouTube, and also make sure you show support to myself and all the players here. Dan's dropping all the links in the chat. Make sure you check that out. Also, make sure you show some love to Crosswire. He just Crosswire there in the chat. He's the one that made the artwork. He did the ship here for the High Water Citadel. And I do want to remind everyone, some of the perspective is off a little. He did make sure, he let me know that, even though I think it's amazing work. He said some of the perspective is off or whatever because he threw it together
Noticed
last
that at
minute
all.
for us. I know he does such great work, but I do want to give him that credit that he did want to mention that if he had more time, it would be perfect and it would be awesome. And there is going to be more of his artwork featured in future streams. And in some other projects I'm working on the side, which I'll be announcing in the future. But everybody check out the links in chat, and we'll see you next Thursday. Thanks so much for playing, and all my players here. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Rob.
Maximum.